efficient necessarily to take that.
These are the times Charles Barkley disrespected NBA players.
With the ball, and then Barkley and Lane Beer. Barkley gets in the left. Lane Beer will come back with an uppercut. Lane Beer, who's had that mouse under his eye for most of the season.
Back in 2017, Charles didn't exactly agree with LeBron when he said the team needed better players to win a championship. And so he went on inside the NBA to roast LeBron live on television.
They have given him everything he wanted. They have the highest payroll in NBA history. He wanted J.R. Smith last summer. They paid him. He wanted Shumpert last summer. They bought in Kyle Korver. Does he want all the good players? He don't want to compete. He's got to have all the best players on his team. He's got Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. He want everybody. He don't want to compete. He want to be the favorite all the time.
LeBron responded to these comments the very next day with this.
He has to do that, man. It's good for the ratings. That means absolutely nothing.
It appears that LeBron handled the criticism well, because a few days later, it was obvious that LeBron took things personally when he attacked Charles in an ESPN interview, saying, "He's a hater. I'm not the one who threw somebody through a window. I never spit on a kid. All I've done for my entire career is represent the NBA the right way. 14 years, never got in trouble, respected the game. Print that." So when Charles was asked to comment on the situation a few days later, he made it clear he wasn't backing down. And by this point, their tension had become the hottest news in the NBA.
But like I say, I've did some stupid things in my life. That does not make my argument less valid.
Definitely, he got more guts in his back because he had the time to act violently and do such dirty things to Shaq.
I wouldn't want Fisher necessarily to take that shot up pass.
There's a swing by O'Neal, and they got a blue.
We all know Shaq was a savage in the 1990s, but these days, he's taken disrespect to an entirely new level. Now, before we proceed, give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe to be notified whenever there is a new upload. Consequently, Charles saw the ideal opportunity to avenge Draymond in 2020 during the Warriors' worst season in 20 years.
Some friendly chatter between Rajon Rondo and Draymond Green.
That's what you want to call it? I just want somebody to punch him in the face. I really do. I just want somebody to punch him in the face. Oh, you don't like Draymond?
Oh no, Charles should have been left alone at this point, but Draymond chose to increase the tension by saying this instead.
If you feel that strongly about it, then punch me in my face when you see me. If you're not gonna punch me in my face when you see me, then shut up.
Charles then decided to go for Draymond's neck in an effort to put an end to their quarrel once and for all.
I tell people, Draymond's a good little player, but without Kevin Durant, Clay, and Steph, he's just a good little player.
Even though this issue got pretty out of hand, they don't stop. What's worse is, Charles Barkley and Charles Oakley were two of the most aggressive players in the NBA during the 1980s. However, the first sign of disrespect between the two occurred in 1994, and it has lasted over 25 years. To add more, only a few years later, during a 1996 preseason game, the conflict between Barkley and Oakley worsened even more.
You'll see Barkley lining up next to Oakley. Now there's the elbow shot out at Oakley. Oakley says, "What are you doing?" He grabs his shirt. Now they come flying out to break him up, and all they see is Charles.
In any case, we are going to take things to a brand new peak right now. Please, give the channel a like and subscribe. That would be amazing. Yeah, you're right. There was some serious anger between the two. During the NBA's coverage of a Hawks vs Cavs playoff game, Barkley decided to criticize Cleveland by saying that the team is terrible. Charles also stated that the Cavaliers weren't playing physically enough. And since Mr. Oakley is from Cleveland, he wasn't pleased about this. He then took to Twitter to attack Mr. Barkley, saying, "Charles Barkley, you better stop talking shit about Cleveland. You was never tough. You hide behind TNT." And once more, Charles doesn't intend to back down. I believe it's safe to say that Charles will continue to argue with Charles's life for the rest of his life. Dude, if you do that, no one wants to be with you. As you can see, Charles doesn't grow up, as evidenced in a pathetic way in which he treats Russell Westbrook.
What is that? What the hell? Yeah. What the hell is that?
Meantime,
oh my God. Rockstar. Hey. Rockstar. Yeah, Rockstar. If you mean garbage, that looks garbage.
Oh, he just came right out, live in Oklahoma. He probably got a tractor in the backyard. He probably was plowing something early. Let me tell you something. That guy might be MVP, but he might be the worst dresser in the NBA.
Despite that, when Russ was eventually shown a rare photograph of Charles' style from the 1990s, he had the last laugh.
Fellas, we're looking at bad fashion choices. We found a picture of Chuck from the early 90s. Now, Chuck was rocking the shorts, the espadrilles, and the man purse. Is that ever a good choice?
Never. He might be the worst dresser on that panel, by far.
If you want to laugh more just like Russ, just like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell for more NBA moments like this. Although it is obvious that Charles has no right to comment on anyone's fashion sense, he's still crossing the line a bit there. Because of Charles' conflict with Bill Laimbeer, Laimbeer was regarded as one of the dirtiest players in the NBA, and an important member of the infamous bad boy players. Man, he had his beast inside and went wild. If you don't want me to go wild, just please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit on the notification bell so that you would be notified whenever there is a new upload. Anyways, in April 1990, Laimbeer received an envelope from a ball boy with a very special letter inside. The letter, which was beautifully written, read, "Dear Bill, fuck you. Love, Charles Barkley." Aw, so sweet. And after a decision, this disrespectful Bill was enraged and ready to destroy Charles in their matchup. The tension between Bill and Charles got out of hand from words to fists.
With the ball, and then Barkley and Laimbeer. Barkley gets in the left. Laimbeer will come back with an uppercut. Laimbeer, who's had that mouse under his eye for most of the season.
Now, are you enjoying the show? Now that this video is finished, please go on to the next video. Thank you for watching and see you there.